today is Thursday, tomorrow's Good Friday, but I love Instant Pot recipes, and I think I found a really good one, and I'm adapting this recipe from amyandjackie.com. It's called, I don't know what I'm going to call it. They call it Instant Pot Hong Kong tomato, Hong Kong tomato beef stew or beef. And it sounds delicious. Yeah, but it's something different that I've never tried. So I thought I would share that recipe with you. I have a lot going on. I'm practicing my dough again. So, but I think it's going to be delicious, and it's pretty easy. There's not a lot of ingredients. So I hope you'll join me tonight for cooking our supper. And I love these cook with me videos. And anyway, I think this is going to be really good. And of course, we're going to eat it with rice. So stay with me and let's get cooking. Okay, I had my chuck roast sitting out for a little while, but I'll tell you what, with beef so high, I usually buy them when they're on sale, so I got this one for $3.99 a pound. And what we're gonna do is, I forgot my salt and pepper. We're gonna cut it into 2-inch thick, like slices, and that's to brown it a lot. It's going to be a lot easier to brown it this way, which is a good tip to know, because, and we're going to cut it up into cubes after. I thought that was a really good idea. And I'm probably not going to cut too much of the fat out. Like, I'll try to cut some, but I'm not very good at like measuring like 2-inch. Let's see. I guess that's about 2 inches. I hope this fits in my Instant Pot. And we're gonna season it with just salt and pepper. You don't marinate the meat. You don't have to do that. And yeah, see, I'll cut this chunk out right here. And this one. Cut it up like this, and then I'm just gonna salt and pepper and press saute on my Instant Pot and let it get hot with a little oil in it, and then we're gonna brown both sides. But I'll show you browning it. Oh, it's hot. I salt and peppered both sides, and I put a little olive oil at the bottom. And I forgot this roast weighed about 2.5 pounds. You can use a 2.5 to 3 pound chuck roast. And try to get them all in here. And you don't have to, I don't think I'm going to, I messed up. Put this little piece over here. You don't really want to overcrowd your pan. So I might have to do this in 2 batches. And then shrink a little bit. So basically you just brown for about 5 minutes on each side. And I messed up. Here's a little piece I can fit in here. But that's okay. I'll do the other 2 pieces after the 5 minutes. So I'll bring you back when it's time to flip it over. I probably overcrowded the pot because I do want a little bit of the brown bits at the bottom. And I did sprinkle just a tiny bit of garlic powder on the meat. It's just a habit I just can't break. But I'm also going to be adding some fresh garlic. You know how I chop my garlic in the jar? I'm not going to add all of this. And the recipe calls for 1 thinly sliced onion, but I'm gonna I might not use all of this onion. That's a small red onion. This is a yellow Spanish. This is a little celery. I will use this jalapeno. I need to use it in the refrigerator. And these carrots I need to use. And it's just gonna add more flavor. And you need 1 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Now, I didn't have any diced tomatoes, but I had this, and these have a sweet flavor, but these are delicious, especially if you make your own marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce. But I went ahead and just cut some of those up, because that's in the recipe. And then we need 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then you adjust the seasoning at the end. They actually call for 1 cup of unsalted chicken stock. But I'm going to be using beef stock, and I don't have unsalted, so I try not to go crazy with salt for the meat. The tomatoes are pretty sweet, so I think it's all going to work out. I'm so excited. I write recipes down sometimes, and I have these little tablets. I'm so unorganized, and I was flipping through it today, and I found that recipe again. I was like, oh, and if I write it down, that means I must have really liked the recipe. And it's got good reviews. You know, of course, I'm going to add my own things to it, but as long as it's getting a little brown at the bottom. Ella's got a bad headache. She's laying in bed today, trying to get rid of her headache. Poor baby, she just got over that sickness. She will not like any fat on this meat, but that's okay. Leave it alone, Tressa. Leave it alone. I find Instant Pots, they just don't get as hot as regular pots. You can cook these on the stove if you want to. That's the only way I know. You know, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is having a happy Passover and Easter. Even though Ella's almost an adult, we're still gonna dye some eggs just for fun. I like the tradition. I'm gonna go through this can away now that I showed you what kind of tomatoes I use. But I would use just like just a regular can of diced tomatoes. Use Rotel if you want to. I found Rotel so acidic. This smells good just like it is though. So it's almost time to take it out. The last two pieces in, and I know you can see the brown on the bottom, and that's really what you want. And here's the beef I took out. And when you cut it up in, they say 1.5 inch cubes. I guess you can cut up any size you want. I will be taking that out, that fat right there. But it browns, it's good for flavor when you're browning your meat. And then after that, we put the onions in, I think. I have to keep looking at the recipe. Add my onions. I'm just going to add, the carrots are going to be really soft, but it doesn't bother me. And I needed to use the carrots, and so you add more flavor. You don't want to add too many though, because carrots really will change the flavor. I mean, they'll make it too sweet. And I didn't want the bottom of my pot to burn, so I wanted to hurry up and saute my onions. And sometimes you feel like it's gonna burn, and your onions aren't giving enough liquid. Just add a drop of water or stock. And that works as well. And you only have to cook these for a few minutes. So once I think I'm gonna add just a touch more oil. Help them saute a little bit better. And I should have broken them up a little bit better when I was chopping them. I wanted to chop them in a different size today, because it is the main vegetable in the dish. So you can start to see it's glazing the pot. And we're cutting the meat up in chunks. We're cutting some of that fat out. This is gonna be good. I'm excited. And we're making rice as we speak. And I have dough in the oven that I really need to take care of. But that's a recipe I'm working on to share. A dough that you can make different things out of. See that's coming out? Okay. I don't know if it's been 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add some of my garlic. Now, it says 6 cloves. We like garlic. I'm just going to, I estimate, because I put this in my food processor. A little bit more. Stir that around. Okay, let's saute this for 3 minutes, then we'll add the tomato paste. Or cook your tomato paste. And this is 3 tablespoons. About 3 tablespoons. So I'm going to cook this. If I can get it off my spoon. I put more onions in than what it calls for because I love onions. And my husband likes onions as long as they're cooked really, really well. And the Instant Pot's gonna cook them really, really well. So we saute this for a few minutes, and then we dump everything back in. See, I got a little bit more fawn at the bottom of the pot. I cooked my tomato paste really well. And now I'm gonna add the 1 cup of beef stock. If I had unsalted, I'd use unsalted, but I think it'd be all right. And you wanna scrape the bottom of your pot and the sides. I always get my sides messy. And now, actually you're gonna turn your Instant Pot off, and you're gonna add your soy sauce, 2 tablespoons. And I need this little spatula. And 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. I might have to add a little bit more of that. I like that. I tried to really measure this time. And 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then we're gonna, I'm sorry about that. I gotta get the tomato paste off. It's driving me crazy. Let's give this a stir. When we wanna put our beef in, with the juices, make sure you pour all of it in. That's the size we cut it in. Okay. And you want to make sure your beef is partially covered in the liquid, it says. And you know, I always, every time I cook a roast, I always have I like a lot of gravy when I make something. So that looks pretty good. I think it's submerged pretty well. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Somebody's cutting their grass. We have our windows open because it's a beautiful day. Sorry about the noise. So now we're gonna add our tomatoes on top. And for some reason they say do not stir. So just throw them on top. Put the lid on. And then I'm gonna, after I'm gonna press the meat button, I can't see without my glasses. I'm gonna cook it on high pressure, which I had to adjust mine because it was on low. 32 minutes. So that's it. So I'll be back in 32 minutes because we're gonna do a quick release, I think. Do the release. You can wait 10 minutes, but I don't really see why it's necessary. And I have my sliced green onions ready. And also, it says you want to thicken the sauce. I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with 3 tablespoons of water. And you want to add just a little bit at a time to your desired thickness. Okay. It smells really good. We're excited. We'll make we've done some good frozen egg rolls, and we put them in the air fryer. They're good. We're gonna eat that on the side. But I'll see you when this is released. Like, so I'm gonna press off, and then I'm gonna press saute, and bring it to a little boil. Hopefully the meat's tender. Let's see. Yep, pretty tender. And my carrots are still have their shape. I need to taste it a little bit first to adjust the seasoning. Always burn myself. That's really good. I don't know, Ella. I think it might need a little dash of soy sauce. Not much. It's a little sweet. I'm gonna add just a pinch. And you could always add it to your plate if you want to, but yeah, I just found it just needs a little bit more salt. And I'd rather just add a little bit of soy sauce. A little bit more. That's the air fryer. Sorry about all the noise in this video. I hope you can hear me well with that lawnmower. Let me give it a little taste again. Oh no, this is the same spoon, but oh, that is delicious. So I'm gonna thicken it a little bit. You don't have to if you don't want to. This is something I've never cooked anything this way before, but I'm excited. It tastes really good. All right, let's see what that does. I like that it has a lot of gravy, and I like the way the onions show up. Now it just needs, oh, I forgot the green onions. Add a little bit more. Let's see. I'll put my green onions. That's optional. I think that is probably just right. You could go a little thicker if you wanted. I think that'll work for us. So I'm gonna turn it off so don't burn it. And then we'll do a taste test. This new recipe. I'm gonna try the rice. I added just a tiny bit of hot sauce, but this is kind of hot. I like it. It's a sweet, tangy, savory, beefy flavor. And I like the extra vegetables and I like the extra onions. But I would definitely make this again. And it's very forgiving. You can add whatever vegetables you want. And it makes a lot of sauce. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I haven't made an Instant Pot video in a long time. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't for more delicious recipes. And I'll see you soon. And Ella feels better now. Bye.
Bye.